away from the battles and like it's over and stuff like that throughout this one. But they do cut away from the battles to be like, hey, here's people fighting and stuff. Then all of a sudden here's the people like, oh, they're safe over here.
Right.
And here's some fighting and yeah, don't worry, look, they're safe over here. I'm like, come on, stop cutting this shit. Just kill them people already and get back to fighting. Like,
Long live the king.
well, what's good, everybody? This is Blade Reviews. We're hitting you with all these movie news and reviews, but on a higher level. I'm Kay.
And I'm A.Rick.
Hey, why don't you do us a monster favor and hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and be a part of Blade's crew where we stay getting stoned off of everything movie related. But as for today's movie review session, we took a hit of the latest, monster joint, rolled up nice and tight by Michael Daltrey. Like, isn't that a singer? Or is that, Daltrey's a band, that's what it is. Yeah, okay. So it's not them. But Michael Daltrey rolled up this nice monster joint for us as a sequel to the 2014 King Kong, Godzilla movie. And this one being Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And Godzilla, King of the Monsters picks up like 5 years after the events of the 2014 film, where the monsters have destroyed pretty much everything. And now Monarch is discovering more and more of these monsters. And suddenly, something happens, and now these monsters start waking up, and now a battle for who's going to be the alpha of all these giant beasts and stuff starts. And our good friend Godzilla is fighting on our side, of course. But I mean, going to this joint, what kind of got you lit to go see Godzilla, King of the Monsters?
The potential that they would not cut away from the fights like in the first
one. Yeah, that's the problem everybody had with that one. It was like a big epic battle about to start forming, and all of a sudden, the news reporter.
That cost that movie at least $100 million in box office returns. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was a huge disappointment and stuff. So that's why everybody was like kind of scared with this one. They're like, these fights look epic to start off with. But
right.
Are they just going to cut away from that shit to go to like back to these born human characters again?
And here's what you missed. A giant foot stepping on something.
It was the most epic battle I've ever seen in my life. You missed it. Oh my God. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
I wish I would have saw it. But I mean, was Godzilla King of the Monsters more of the same? Or did they manage to actually showcase the fights and have a good epic battle finally? Well, let's find out to get into all the highs and downs we got from seeing this joint. Let you know whether you should go Blaze to go see it or not. So, I mean, what was like the first good high you got from this joint?
First good high was just the cinematography and the look of it. I thought they went more for it than in the first film. There was more contrast, and they had a pretty consistent color palette. You know, people mock the teal, orange, blue color palette. Hey man, it looks good. So
I say it looked good to me.
It looked really good.
With that.
So I was cool with that. I thought the camera work was pretty good, and camera work with live action in conjunction with the CGI battles. I mean, I thought all that stuff, the editing along with that went together pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice well shot film and stuff like that. And they did a good job of showcasing, I thought, the beautiful creatures they had in here. Like I really liked the Mothra stuff they had like throughout. Anytime they showed up, it was like a big spectacle and stuff.
Right. Yeah. The designs, character designs, from all the way to costume. I thought all the stuff, like the look of this thing was. They nailed the look of it.
Yeah, the look of it was good. But I mean, they didn't do a good job of character development and stuff like that because I think like all the characters that they did focus on were pretty bland and stupid to me.
Well, they made that Transformers
mistake
gaffe of. It's like, hey man, what's the name of this movie? It's called Godzilla. Okay, why is he a footnote in his own movie? Like. That's the kind of stuff that just really grinds my gears.
Should have been called Humans, King of Godzilla, or
right?
Something like that.
Right.
They focus a lot more on these human characters than they do like the actual story of the monsters and stuff. Because like the monsters basically just seem like they weapons that the humans are trying to use to get to a certain point around the whole thing.
I blame the first Transformers film because it accidentally worked in there to have the human character and all his shenanigans going on, but you still focus on the title of the film, which in that case was Transformers. And so now that's the formula. Oh, have some stupid heartfelt thing that no one cares about, blocking all what the title of the movie is.
Just sprinkling a little bit of that stuff in there here and there and stuff.
It's super annoying.
They could have made a good story, I thought, with like having Godzilla and the monster showcase all their emotions and stuff like that. And I thought they were going to do that at first because when King Ghidorah first shows up, like he had some character and stuff.
Right.
The three heads each seem to have like their own personality and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, they're going to explore that throughout the story maybe.
Right.
But nope, they never have any personal moments or nothing like that.
Nothing.
They just did have fights, that's it.
Yeah, and I feel like that's because in the Japanese productions, which I'm a huge fan of, I love Tokatsu in general, but like they would spend just massive chunks of the Japanese productions, those films, the Godzilla films, on just the battles, and like the people were just a footnote.
They were just there to give exposition.
Right, they were just exposition or just reporting on, Godzilla's moved over here and Godzilla's moved over there. We have to coordinate accordingly. And then they just cut away from them for a really long time while the monsters battle and duke it out in some sort of way.
Here they have battles. Like they don't cut away from the battles and like it's over and stuff like that throughout this one. But they do cut away from the battles to be like, hey, here's people fighting and stuff. Then all of a sudden here's people like, oh, they're safe over here.
Right.
And here's some fighting and yeah, don't worry, look, they're safe over here. I'm like, come on, stop cutting this shit. Just kill them people already and get back to fighting. Like, goddamn.
That was another downer I had was the plot armor. It wasn't even plot armor. It was just like, hey, let's write something impossible and then Deus Ex Machina them out of there. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like once it happened by the 10th time, I was like, come on.
Yeah, the villains in here I thought was like pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Well,
not all of them. Yeah.
Well, the main villain, like, I ain't gonna say who the main villain is, but you kind of figured out from the trailers, but like I thought what they were doing with that was like, I don't know why you're here right now. You're just really here to like escalate stuff and just be boring, very generic.
Well, villain. I mean, and it goes back to that family thing. Like, there are 3 characters in here. They could have, you could have put the snap on them and there's nothing, the movie would have been way better. You could have filled that in with creature character development.
Family, like them, Vera Farmiga's character, them, and Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah, and the dad, I forgot who.
And the dude from The Audition. That's all I've known him as. Because I never watched that show. I just remember he was like famous for that.
Yeah, like
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I thought that whole thing was like boring the whole time. I was like,
I didn't like the characters at all. It was like that situation with the Mummy, not on as big a scale, but it was a situation with the Mummy with those 3 characters. 30 minutes and I'm like, I don't care about it. I hate these people. Like, I hate all of them.
Yeah, like I was saying, I was like, dang, I hope y'all kill them soon, so I just like get on with this movie and stuff. But then maybe it'll pick up by then. But I mean, I think towards the end it did kind of pick up a little bit more.
Well, that's because they focus more on, you guessed it, the title of the film, Godzilla and the King of the Monsters.
And whenever they was fighting and stuff, I thought it was pretty cool looking on the screen.
Yeah,
really him whenever he fought King Ghidorah and stuff.
All the King Ghidorah scenes they were good, man.
Definitely worth the price of seeing in IMAX and stuff.
I rarely would say about an American production of a Japanese property like, whoa, that was better than the Japanese one. The King Ghidorah fight scenes here they're magnificent. This pushed it, action-wise. This definitely was like finally pushed the envelope for Godzilla.
You didn't get like a shitload of like monsters on monster battles and stuff like that, but the ones they did have, they were good.
Yeah, they were thorough.
They had all the big one names getting there too. Like Rodan had like a fight towards the end.
Rodan had a couple of good little battles in there. Mothra had a good one.
I like that character too. Well, they had like some little character moments with Mothra.
Right. Well, they had some Easter eggs to the Japanese films, and it was weird. Like instead, it was with a Chinese character there, but then the other thing I mentioned with Ken Watanabe's character.
Oh, I just do a sacrifice.
Dude, okay. So for those who don't know, the original Godzilla, the original film, 1954, I believe. It was like an allegory to Japan's feelings about being nuked, the only country in history to be hit with like a bomb, a nuclear bomb in war times, right? And so that was their film explaining the devastation. But they did something really, really, I'm like, I don't even see how our Japanese people are gonna be okay with how this Japanese character was like, he carries over from the first film, like how he's just like worshiping Godzilla in this thing, and they trump up the god thing a lot.
Yeah,
not just Godzilla, but the gods, the Titans are gods. They really trump that up here, like to a whole other level. For those who understand what I mean about the sentiment of nuclear war in Japan, and when you see this Japanese character, I'm curious to know what you think. Let me know in the comments.
Well, I mean, like, speaking of like Easter egg stuff, they did mention like the King Kong stuff, because everybody knows the King Kong Godzilla movie's coming out next year or something?
Yeah.
So yeah, they do mention that in here. Like King Kong don't show up in here at all, technically. I mean, they show some clips from King Kong Skull Island or whatever, like 2 or 3 clips.
They just show pictures
like the back of him or some shit. That's about it. And they say Skull Island, I think 50 times in there. Of course, they're like, hey, Skull Island, hey, don't forget, we got Skull Island coming up, y'all. Skull Island. Like,
Yeah, it's on every map and with blipping away.
I think this was a solid movie. I thought it was better than the first one. At
Yeah,
the same time,
not by much.
Yeah.
It looked way better than the first one. Like the look of it was much more polished than the first one. So I definitely, and the action was
some pretty good monster battles.
It was a nice elevation.
But unfortunately, you got to deal with those stupid human characters over and over again.
Honestly, like the script for them was terrible.
But I mean, if you get past that part, you just want to go see the monster fighting and stuff like that. Yes, I'll say it's worth the hit, but it's just like okay, worth the hit.
Ain't like you got shit to do tomorrow. You don't have to go to work. Don't take it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna rush out to go see it again like that.
Honestly, I gotta give it some higher Reggie. Yeah, it didn't quite make it worth a hit for me.
Damn! Some goddamn Rego!
High Reggie. Yeah, this movie, it still leaves you wanting more, but not in a good way.
Like, damn, I wish they would spend some more time on Godzilla. Goddammit.
Yeah, and
not these characters.
Remember, they gave up, and then I'm gonna transition back to Transformers. They were like giving up on the Transformers series, but guess what they did in the Bumblebee? For the first like 5 or 10 minutes, it's all Cybertron all day long, and they're battling and showing you the actual Cybertronian Transformers war. You're like, oh.
Yeah,
I waited 11 years for this. Yeah, that's
it's not like here you're not gonna get a 10-minute extended fight of Godzilla and stuff without them having the humans intercut.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah, they don't just isolate them in their world. Something I also say, one last thing is, I wish they would just show their prehistoric. Like, cause they keep mentioning it, like, back in prehistoric times,
like showing a flashback.
Show a flashback of him battling one of these things back when humans were
just showing like a painting on the wall, like, oh look, they used to battle like that.
They kept on doing that, yeah. But some high Reggie for me.
Well, I mean, hey, that's just our high opinion. What we'll know is, what do you guys think of Godzilla, King of the Monsters? Did you get a chance to see it early yet, or are you a big fan of Godzilla, King Kong stuff? Ready to see the next year's version of it? Let us know by sparking up in the comment section below. And hey, if you're new to the channel, you want to do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that like button. It all really helps us out. And hey, I'm Kay.
And I'm A.Rick.
And always remember, never too late to play.